Here we go. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Greetings. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Terry. It's your girl, Chi-Town Ronnie, here to give the collective. Yeah. It's going to be a little different today, kids. Come on. I need her to give me something. Yo, here. Let me go about it this way. For our spiritual downloads, we're going to be using, this, it's called the Personal Power Oracle Deck. And it is by a creator from Etsy. I got it off of, Etsy. Her name is Deja Druitt. Hold on, let me see if I can get you all down there. All right, there we go. So, yeah, we're going to be using these. Y'all, today is not going to be your normal, today's not going to be your normal forecast. Y'all know I don't usually dive into politics on here. That's intentional. Give me a second, y'all. All right, there we go. All right, I just wanted to pull my cards. Let me get these out of the way. Yeah, that's generally intentional. I want this space. I don't want this space to be adding to the division that we already feel. I didn't want that. So that's the reason why, like, I generally pull away from I pull away from politics. Not only that, though, but there's no requirement to be on my channel. I don't ask anybody to be one political party or the other, and if people from different political affiliations, if they get moved by what I say, then maybe that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Point is that we are very much divided, and so with that being said, I always pull away from the political hot topics. And you know what? And I wish I didn't, because I bet you if I were to say, like, readings about, like, certain political people's health, health readings and stuff like that, I would probably get a lot of views. The fact of the matter is that, I want the channel to do well, but I also want to be authentic. And I got to stick to my guns. But today, y'all, I'm going to deviate a little bit from that. Universal Mind nudged me to talk about something, but from a different angle. And so what I'm going to talk about today, it's not going to be about sides. It's not going to be about Democrats or Republicans, red or blue or anything like that. It's not about debates. It's not about agendas, but it's about energy. I want to talk to y'all about energy. I want to talk to y'all about choices. I want to talk about the collective shift that we are all a part of. So I felt inspired on this because sometimes the universe uses events we think are separate, like elections, like a supermoon, to teach us bigger lessons, either about awareness, either about alignment and conscious actions. And that's what I want to focus on here. Yeah. Tomorrow we got a really big supermoon. Yeah. There's a lot of things going on right now, and what we can do is stay centered. What we can do is tune in and spiritually awake no matter what is happening out there. So tomorrow's supermoon is going to be lighting up the sky. And this is just not any moon. This moon is going to ask us to see things clearly. What's been hidden, what's been delayed or ignored, it's coming into view. So today's elections tie into that energy perfectly. The collective, that's all of us, is making choices that reflect the truth that's finally visible. This isn't a random thing. The universe moves in cycles. Spirit moves in cycles. The moon exposes and we respond. The supermoon amplifies clarity and reflection, while the election, that electoral energy forces decisions and actions on a larger scale. On a personal level, ask yourself, what are you choosing to release? What are you ready to claim? Isn't that what election is? As I said, the supermoon amplifies emotions, amplifies intuition, amplifies revelations. It brings hidden truths into the surface. This collective election, those are going to highlight our choices, our responsibilities, our accountabilities. It's going to force us to reflect on what matters most and for us to act accordingly. The energy is about illumination and conscious movement, but both but both of them are doing that individually and collectively. Let me break it down into tarot. All right. So, it would be real easy for me to bring the moon out. The moon, again, the moon is revealing the hidden, the subconscious, all of that stuff. So we already got that. What I really want you all to focus on is this tower movement. This tower moment right now. Sudden truths, shakeups, things breaking down, making way for clarity. This is perfect for the collective as the veil lifts. And mind you, Halloween just passed. So did the Dia de los Muertos. The veil is still thin. The veil is still thin. So, that's something that is something to consider. Right after that, we got judgment. Awakening, accountability, renewal. This is about seeing the bigger picture and stepping into aligned action together. These cards, they're saying face the truth. Make choices from awareness, not fear. As I said before, the veil is very thin. Baby, my ADHD is kicking in. The veil is very thin. Spiritually, this is a portal. We just had the November, the November 1st portal. Our ancestors, our guides, our higher selves, they're all closer than usual. So at this moment, just pay attention. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the synchronicities. Pay attention to those gut feelings. What comes up now is meant to be processed, not ignored. This is a moment of collective and personal revelations. I'll give you guys an affirmation right now. Here you go. Y'all can take this and put it in your spiritual emotional back pocket and pull it out when necessary. But here you go. I see clearly. I choose consciously. My actions reflect truth and alignment. I see clearly. I choose consciously. My actions reflect truth and alignment. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I know Virginia, California, the Mayo race in New York. I know, a lot of people are pinning their hopes on. I don't know what's now. I don't know what's going to happen. I do know this, that no matter what happens, the outcome, no matter what the outcome is that as a collective, we can all be the change that we're looking for. As I said before, November of last year, when Pluto entered the sign of Aquarius and it's going to stay there for the next 20 years, we've seen all of these old systems come down. And we are currently living in the cosmic Build Back Better program. And I say to you all the time, like the phoenix, we're going to rise again from the ashes, but you're going to burn first. And in that burning, you must be brave in that burning. That's it. That's all. All right. So, with that being said, y'all saw my shuffle, y'all saw my pull. I'm going to do the collective, and then I've got the elementals right here. Those will be going on the Instagram, the YouTube, and the TikTok. Please follow me on all of those platforms. Please make sure you do all the things for me. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. You got to hit that notification bell. You won't regret it. Oh, that little reggae-ness just came out, honey. Okay, we all feeling something right now, right? I'm going to blame it on that supermoon. All right. Y'all can't make this shit up. Y'all saw me shuffle. Y'all saw me. Y'all saw me shuffle. Y'all saw me pull. Card number 5. When we talk about the numerological aspect of the number 5, we are talking chaos. We're talking disruptions to plans or progress. We're talking about instability. We're talking about conflict, loss, and change. But we're also talking about new experiences. That's the number 5 on this card. And this card right here says, can you get that? It says, I am responsible for my life. I can't make this shit up. This is tying in perfectly with the astrological forecast. So collective, the question we get when we look at this card right here is, are you taking ownership of your life that you're living? Or are you still blaming the world for what hasn't, or for what you haven't changed? Is it always somebody else's fault? Oh, my mother and father didn't do this, or, I grew up poor, or whatever. Truth of the matter is that, you know what? When you come from less, you just got to work harder. That's not right. That's not wrong. That's not fair. That's just the way it is. With this card and the question, am I responsible for my life? Baby, we're coming to that moment of realization that no one is coming to save you. And that's the most freeing thing ever. Owning your story doesn't mean you're going to be overwhelmed. It doesn't mean guilt. It means power. You can rewrite your story at any time. Responsibility for your life isn't a burden. It's your divine permission slip to shift your reality. Affirm, collective. Affirm. I'm in control of my energies, my actions, and my outcome. Affirm it. I am in control of my energy, my actions, and my outcome. Say that shit out loud one time. Then go and make one move that proves this right. All right, y'all. I got to get going. Y'all stay blessed. Be responsible for your energy. All right, babies. Be well.